Welcome to my space. Around here, your boundaries are safe. Trust me, I didn't come out of the womb knowing how to set them. Nobody does. They're skills you learn, skills you practice, and if you're like me, skills you awkwardly re-practice 100 times until it finally sticks. Boundaries are not walls. They're more like fences with gates. I get to decide what comes in and what stays out. And honestly, sometimes that means keeping the chaos outside. Here's the thing, my values guide my boundaries. If I value rest, that means no calls after 9 p.m. My phone goes on Do Not Disturb, and I don't apologize for it. Physical boundaries, that's me deciding if I'm comfortable with a hug or a handshake, or sometimes neither. If I do feel comfortable with a hug, I make that clear in a friendly way. But I don't leave it up to guessing. I decide what works for me in that moment. Emotional boundaries are a little more complex. I'm autistic and I have ADHD, so I genuinely love talking to people. But even with friends, conversations can get draining. I know it's time to take a break when I start feeling hypervigilant. And what I mean by that is, I suddenly get overly focused on every little thing. Your facial expressions, whether I'm making enough eye contact or if I'm saying things the right way. Neurologically, that's just my brain getting overstimulated, and it's basically waving a big flag that says, you need a break. So when that kicks in, I step away. Not because I don't want connection, but because I need to reset so I can come back and actually enjoy it. Time boundaries? Those show up most at work. If my boss drops another chart on my desk 5 minutes before the end of the day, I don't take it home with me. I politely say, I'll make that my first task tomorrow morning. That way, I protect my time without burning a bridge. And sensory boundaries, those are about comfort. For me, that could mean turning down the television volume before it scrambles my brain. It looks small, but it makes a huge difference in how calm and present I can be. And let's clear this up. Boundaries are not about pushing people away. They're about keeping myself from burning out so I can actually stay connected. But I'll admit, sometimes I freeze. You know that moment where you want to say no, but your brain goes completely blank? That's where scaffolds come in. Scaffolds are like backup scripts you can lean on when words fail. I literally practice in the mirror saying things like, I feel overwhelmed when the television is too loud. I'd prefer we lower the volume after 9. Dead serious. I practice. And then when the moment comes, the words are right there. So yeah, boundaries protect my dignity, my values, and my energy. They make room for me to breathe, rest, and actually enjoy life. And when I honor them, I'm not shutting people out. I'm making space to thrive.